Why do we pretend to understand directions when we clearly don't? Someone says, so you go left at the junction, then right, after the second mini roundabout, then carry on until you see the old post office, which isn't a post office anymore. And we stand there going, yeah, brilliant, got it. No, we haven't. We lost it at junction. And yet, for some reason, we keep nodding. We even add little confident sounds like, yep, perfect. As if our brain is currently drawing a detailed map. It isn't. Our brain is holding one word, left. And even that is wobbling. And that is today's random thought. Why do we pretend to understand directions when we are clearly about to walk away and immediately open Google Maps? It's such a strange little performance. Someone is being really helpful. They're giving you proper directions and they are really trying. And it starts off well. You think, right, I'm listening. I can do this. Then they say something like, go past the big tree. And already there's a problem. Which big tree? There are trees everywhere. Some of them are medium-sized. Some are big, depending on your standards. Now we're into forestry judgment, which I wasn't prepared for. Then they say, you'll see a little lane on the left. Will I? Will I see it? Because my track record suggests I absolutely will not. And the worst bit is when they check, they say, does that make sense? And your mouth says, yes, I got it. But your face says, I have accepted my fate. Because by that point, you can't ask them to start again. That feels too late. They've already given a full presentation. There were landmarks, there were distances, there may have even been hand gestures. You can't now say, sorry, I stopped understanding this about 40 seconds ago. So instead, you commit. You smile, you say thank you, and you walk off confidently. Then you get around the corner and immediately stop because now you're just lost. You're lost with pride, which is even worse. I think part of it is politeness. We don't want to make the other person feel like they've explained it badly, even if they did explain it like a treasure map from 1842. We also don't want to look silly. There's something oddly embarrassing about not understanding directions, even though directions are genuinely hard. Some people are brilliant with them. They say things like, head northeast for about 200 meters. Sorry? Northeast? I barely know which way I'm facing in my own kitchen. Other people give directions based on memories from 1997. You turn left where the bakery used to be. Excellent. Very useful. I'll just consult with the town's emotional archive. And then there are people who describe everything from their point of view. So you go down there, then turn round a bit, then over that way a bit, which is fine if you are currently living inside their head. But for the rest of us, it's a risky system. The truth is understanding directions takes more than listening. You have to picture the route, remember the steps, recognize the landmarks, and somehow keep calm while someone is watching you understand things. And that's a lot. So our brain does what it often does in social situations. It chooses the easiest short-term option. Nod now, panic later. Which is ridiculous, but also somehow makes sense. Maybe pretending to understand directions is just one of those tiny social habits we all quietly agree to keep going. The person giving the directions gets to feel helpful. The person receiving them gets to avoid an awkward second explanation. And everyone walks away satisfied. Well, for about 12 seconds. Then one person carries on with their day, and the other is standing outside a completely unrelated car park, wondering where it all went wrong. I think the honest version would be much better. Someone says, does that make sense? And we say, no, but you said it beautifully. Or, I understand the first left, and emotionally, I support the rest. Or maybe just, I'm going to use my phone, but I appreciate the effort. Because that's really what's happening. We are not following the directions. We are accepting them ceremonially, like a gift, a confusing gift. So be honest, do you really understand directions when people give them to you? Or do you just nod, smile, and walk off with the confidence of someone who is about to be completely lost? Comment guilty if you've done this. No judgment, mostly.